Hello, welcome back. Today I'm doing 1978. Pretty historic year in horror movie history because of a couple movies, actually, I would say. Make it pretty historic. But, so many to choose from for these years. So I'm basing it on movies I actually have, first off. So my pickings are a little bit slim in some years. I don't have a ton to choose from, but with that said, just gonna jump right into these. Talk about each one of these. This is they're all ranked. Not of all time, like I've said, previous episodes here. That's not my all-time greatest from that year, but it's five movies I have ranked from that year, 1978. The first one here, this is from Scream Factory. This is called The Evil. I had never even heard of this movie, actually. But I had it from Scream Factory, so I thought, hey, what the hell? Give her a watch. It was in my collection, and I hadn't watched it in doing this year, so I figured might as well give her a try. Um, so this is like classic haunted house stuff. Uh, Demonic haunted house type stuff. Richard Crenna. Yeah, Richard Crenna. Him and his wife buy this old what kind of, it's just, I'll just call it an old mansion, and it has a dark past. It has per usual with these kind of movies, and they basically they're gonna remodel the house and resell it. Or sorry, no, they're not gonna resell it. They're going to turn it into like a halfway house, basically. That's what their end goal is. That stuff doesn't really matter. It's not important because it gets straight to the point in this movie pretty quickly. And they open a door in their basement, and basically they unleash an entity into the house, the evil. And it just slowly starts whacking these people one at a time in pretty graphic, pretty solid ways. Um, this one's there's not a lot happening in the ways of storyline and stuff. It's kind of like almost feels like a run of the mill slasher movie, but with an evil entity is kind of what this is. But I actually enjoyed it. I think I gave it like a 2.5 out of 5. Um, all the acting's really solid. Like it feels prestigious, and the kills are all pretty solid. But just don't expect a whole ton in the way of storyline because it doesn't really. It's straightforward, straight to the point. Let's just do some cool shit, basically. But I love that cover too. Got the hands coming out of the cellar there. It's freaking cool. But yeah, if you don't own this one from Scream Factory, no reversible art. Pick her up if it's still available. I don't know. Some of these I bought quite a while ago, so I don't really know if they're even still available, if they're out of print from them or what. But yeah, The Evil at number 5. At number 4, I have a classic here. This is the 45th 4K anniversary of Jaws 2. I'm not going to show the backs because my camera can't even pick it up. Till I upgrade my camera, there's no point in me showing the backs on these. This comes with the 4K and the Blu-ray. I'm guessing all the special features will be on the Blu-ray disc, as that's what they usually do. Which makes sense. It'd be a pain in the ass for them to up-res everything to 4K. I wish they would just put the Blu-ray special features on the 4K disc. Don't worry about the up-resing. Wish they would just transfer it over. That way you didn't have to switch discs. It's a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, Jaws 2. Beautiful looking 4K on this. I think so anyway. I know a lot of these Jaws 4Ks have been getting mixed reviews online, but I think this looks gorgeous, and I think movies like this are meant for 4K because they're spectacle. Any movie that is beautiful scenery and spectacle feel to it, that those are made for 4K. And yeah, this one sees Chief Brody at it again with another beast, and this one targets his sons. For anybody that hasn't seen it, I don't need to, I'm guessing anybody that would watch me has seen Jaws 2. But if you haven't, it targets his son. Sort of. Like, it targets all kinds of people. But the final act of the movie sees both his sons, actually, trapped on a couple of boats. And the shark is just circling them and waiting to pick them off, basically. Picks a couple off here and there. Awesome scene with a helicopter in the shark. Won't give that away. But yeah, this one I find, like, I think I gave this a 3.5. And I just, like, there could be argument made that it's almost as good as the first one, but I found it a little too slow and story heavy. I know the first one's really slow and story heavy, but I mean, it's a sequel. I just personally would have just preferred more shark chaos than storyline, but I get it. Not everything needs to be balls to the wall action all the time. But yeah, if I like I said, I gave it a 3.5. It must have in your collection, obviously. I haven't picked up Jaws 3 or Jaws the Revenge on 4K yet. I have them on Blu-ray. I might just skip those two on 4K and just keep my Blu-rays. I'm not sure. Or maybe one day if I see them for super cheap, I'll grab them. But, yeah. Leave it at that. But yeah, Jaws 2, must add into your collection. What do I got here? This is from Scream Factory. This is Piranha, the original on 4K and Blu-ray. Does this have reversible art? Usually I put the reversible art on the inside. Oh, okay, it does. Cool. So there's the reversible there. That will definitely be going on the inside. That way, like I said, slip covers, I always have the regular art that it comes with, and then if it has reversible, the other stuff goes on the inside. That's actually, I actually like that one better, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know, which one do you think's better? I personally like this one better, but to each their own. Yeah, directed by, this is Joe Dante, right? Yes, Joe Dante. It's funny that this and Jaws 2 came out in the same year, because this Piranha to me is part of the onslaught of nature animal horror movies that came after the original Jaws. They're all just kind of, well, Jaws worked, so let's do this. And like, I have a whole bunch of them coming up, or that I could have done for these years. Since 75, so 76, 77, 78, 79. There's so much animal nature horror. But I just chose this one because it's the most well-known. And to be honest, it's really freaking good. I watched it once a long time ago, so I didn't remember hardly anything. Didn't remember the kills, didn't remember the opening, I didn't remember anything. So it was basically a first-time watch. We'll call it that. And it's impressive. One sec. Sorry, my mouth is dry. Yeah, an absolute must-have. This, for me, is another 3.5 to a 4, this one. I want to revisit it again. Tons of bonus features, too. I don't need to explain the movie that much. It's Piranha. Piranha are killing people, and people are trying to stop it. Um, what do we got for bonus features here? On the 4K disc, we got an audio commentary with Joe Dante himself, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't. I actually might put that on later. I wouldn't mind listening to him talk through the movie and explain why he did each scene and stuff. That'd be cool. It's also got an audio commentary with Roger Corman. Um, what do we got here? The making of Piranha on the Blu-ray disc. Interviews with tons of people. Bloopers and outtakes, behind the scenes footages. Tons of special features. Additional scenes for the TV version. Stuff like that. If you haven't seen the original Piranha, it's a must check out. Must add to your collection, I should say. That's what this is all about. Add everything that I show to your collection. That's the goal. That's kind of what I enjoy watching videos like that where people are just showing off their collection stuff because it just gives me ideas of everything I want to get. So yeah, that's kind of why I do it. But yeah, Piranha sitting at number 3 for 78. And number 2, and I think this is my number 2 overall for everything I've seen horror for 1978. This would be my number 2 unless something beats it out that I haven't seen. But it's this is from Kino Lorber. This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Donald Sutherland. This is on 4K as well. Don't think there's reversible art. Kino usually doesn't do a lot of reversible art, but you never know. And there is. Sweet. Ooh, and it's good stuff too. So yeah, I think I like the reversible better. I know that classic one is pretty cool, but this reversible is gory, and I like it. Which one do you like? I prefer this one again. But really cool. But yeah, Jeff Goldblum, Leonard Nimoy. That's Spock, in case anybody didn't know. Lots of excellent moments in this movie. It's kind of hard. This one's a hard sell for me with people because I didn't watch this till I was an adult, so I had no childhood nostalgia with it. I'm gonna be honest, I actually prefer the 1950s version better than this, which I know people probably be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But I like this one does gore, obviously, and some pretty good body horror. Acting is really freaking solid from everybody. But for me, personally, I just enjoy the mystery of the first one. It feels, I don't know. I did watch that when I was younger. And I just remember being really just intrigued by what was happening and being sucked in when I was young. So it's hard. To me, this is a 4. Maybe even a 4.5. But the original one, I would definitely be giving a 4.5. I don't know if it'd be a 5 for me. Usually I save my 5s for just my favorite movies of all time. The cream of the crop, basically. But I do love this remake. It's an absolute must-see. It's a must-add to any horror movie collection. This 4K looks and sounds just awesome. Yeah. Amazing ending, amazing storyline, lots of just brutality. Jeff Goldblum's awesome. And then number 1 for 1978. Wonder what it is. I have 2 copies actually on 4K. So this is Halloween. obviously. I have to choose Halloween for my first round. I have 2 copies of it. This is the Scream Factory, and this is just the regular Lionsgate 4K. And I just picked this one up, actually. My local Walmart had it, and they had it for really cheap. So I was like, fuck yeah, grab that. And I already had it on 4K, but so I have seen this copy of Halloween probably 5 times on 4K. And I just watched this one once just to see. And to be honest, they look identical to each other. So if you have this one, don't be worrying about picture quality and stuff. Now, the sound quality, we're dealing with, on the Lionsgate 4K. Well, the Lionsgate doesn't even tell you what the sound is. English 7.1 Dolby True HD. And on the Scream Factory, it's got Dolby Atmos. Okay, so the Scream Factory has Dolby Atmos. By the looks of it, this one doesn't. So, yeah, actually, yes, in the special features, it actually says new Dolby Atmos track. But here's the thing, I didn't even notice. So, like, I've seen this one a lot. I think with a movie this old, I don't know, maybe I'll watch it again and listen, see what they stuck in the Atmos. But, so it's safe to assume the sound should be better on the Scream Factory disc. Now, for special features, reason why I don't need to talk about Halloween, it's legendary, probably the greatest seasonal horror movie ever made. Black Christmas gives it a run, but I would still take Halloween over it, I think. Just everything. There's not much argument for Halloween. Everybody loves it. So what do we got for special features? So I'll do more of a compare here to see which one you'd rather buy. So on the Lionsgate, because the Lionsgate one is cheaper usually. This one I got reasonably priced, but usually it's much more expensive. So for special features, this one comes with audio commentary with writer-director John Carpenter and actor Jamie Lee Curtis, The Night She Came Home featurette, On Location 25 Years Later featurette, TV version footage, trailer, TV spots. That's it for special features. I'm guessing the Scream Factory is going to be loaded. On the 4K disc, you have audio commentary with Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis, so same as that one. Another audio commentary with Dean Cundy, editor Tommy Lee Wallace, and actor Nick Castle, so an extra commentary. On the Blu-ray, you get The Night She Came Home added. And then disc 3 Blu-ray comes with the original color timing presentation, vintage interview with producer Mustafa Akkad, Halloween A Cut Above the Rest, Halloween Unmasked 2000, Halloween the Extended Cut in HD, TV inserts are in standard definition. So yeah, this is the more finale, like final one you need here, and I'm guessing the reversible art is just the classic art. Yeah, it's just the classic art for the reversible, which I'll stick on. I'll probably end up selling my Lionsgate copy and just keeping this Scream Factory one, because I really don't think I need both. And if I was going to keep one, it's looking like the Scream Factory copy is better. You get more. It's more the complete Halloween package here. Multi-disc. Like that. Yeah, what can I say about Halloween? Give my thoughts on. I don't need to do a story rundown. Um, this is a 5 from me. I think all the acting in Halloween is top notch for actors and actresses that are all like first timers practically. Just top notch acting. Soundtrack, just legendary stuff here. Possibly the most legendary in horror movie history. It's just top notch on that department. Um, yeah, the killer they created here, phenomenal stuff. Like a top 5 slasher of all time was created on this franchise. In most people's opinions, probably number 1 of all time. Um, just everything, man. Slow burn, I love. Uh, all the scenes, like if you're, it's hard. If you're like born or not born, but like it's hard if you. I watched this when I was really young, so I have nostalgia with it. And then as I got older and I've rewatched it a million times, it's just like I've just appreciate the quality. When I watch it, I'm just like, wow, like this is top notch filmmaking and just greatness basically. So it's hard to. Uh, I know there are people that are like, Halloween's not very good, and I can understand that point of view if you were to like watch it right now for the first time ever. Like when you've seen all these other horror movies that have come out in the last, what's Halloween now? Like 40 years? 45 years? 40. Yeah, like 45 years ago. I think my math's right there, dude. Um So yeah, there's been so many, but I still like this is one that I could throw on any day and just enjoy it. It's good for any occasion. But yeah, it's the beginning of the spooky season, and how can you deliver harder than Halloween? Like just the picture alone on that Scream Factory 4K, like all the leaves falling, tells it. That's a fall Halloween based movie right there. And if people didn't like these covers, I actually liked them. Like obviously the classic frickin' jack-o'-lantern with the knife is just legendary shit, but I mean that's why they give you the reversible on the inside, right? I really appreciate these new artworks. I don't know. They're just beautiful looking. They tell you that it's fall and it's Halloween season right on there. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. 1978, my first 5 movies. If I come back around to this year again, once I finish the massive, daunting task I'm doing ahead of me, it would be really cool to hit up another 5. I know 78's got a lot of movies to choose from, so it'd be cool to get into some of the lesser known titles. It's hard because I was gonna do like, here's my top 5 movies. This is what my original plan was. I was gonna do like, this is my top 5 for the first round for each year for the 50 years. I was gonna do my top 5 horror movies of each episode. The problem is I haven't seen everything from some of these early years, and there's some that are like hailed as being really good. So I don't know what my top 5 technically is in these older years. And so I decided to do it this way, and then by the time I get all the way through, maybe I will have bought in some of those other movies and have watched them so I can give better thoughts on them. And gives me an excuse to just keep adding more horror to my collection too. Like I said, my goal is to fill this entire wall with horror behind me. This is going to be my horror wall. down on the bottom two rows, I have all my other genre, like I have martial arts and stuff like that down there, so I can move those over to another wall as I start to fill it with horror. But yeah, that'll do it. 1978. Thank you again for watching. Really appreciate it. Um, Absolutely love doing this. Like my whole life revolves around watching movies. Like it's kind of insane. I've watched so many just since I've started this 50 years of horror, which is only like a couple weeks ago. I've already watched 100. I'm at 100 horror movies already. So I'm almost halfway done of the watching, so I just need to start pumping out episodes. This week I might get up 3, maybe even 4 episodes. But yeah, we'll see you in a couple days. Thank you for watching.